Hello and welcome to a new video. In this one I'm gonna be looking at my soldiers and showing you how many I gotten over the past year. Anyway, let's head right into it with a couple of new generals, which I'm not entirely sure if I had last year. So 3 generals with fairly different setups of badges. We should be running Battlefield Commander and Charismatic Leader though on all of them, but this one doesn't quite have that in a gold trim, so yeah. In any case, let's go straight to the first soldier, which is the heavyset fast reload guy with a bolt action and revolver. This used to be the carbine guy, but I recently grinded a couple of carbine guys, so it got changed to the bolt action. The setup is pretty much standard. Vertically bullet because I want to one-shot bronze heavy sets. Anyway, the build is pretty standard. The revolver, I use the same build everywhere if I actually grinded it, which is the United Defense Super P, and rate of fire mods with like the trigger being the slow rate of fire. Moving on. One of my first carbine characters. This one is running a standard build, which I basically explained in my guide. The only change being that I use stud grip on this character, so nothing too interesting to be honest. So although the 1919 had some changes after the bipod update and the subsequent fix for the handling of the guns, I still kind of feel that the build literally didn't change much and should be full rate of fire stability mods, although later on you will notice that I actually use accuracy badges more. But since I want to have like a guy with an automatic gun and a wrench, this is what I use. With combination of mechanic gold. My tanker. Now, I'm not entirely sure what tanks I had before, but yeah, I have quite a bit more. And I even have the new tank. The plan is to actually get a setup like this going and get another tanker to have like the light tanks, these two, and maybe, I don't know, like some other like different tank destroyer, but I'm not too keen on that yet. And I have 30 soldiers, so I can't even buy more. So let's move on. This is the fuck around character, which used to be actually the fuck around character. Used to be the grease gun here, but I changed it to Thompson with the build as follows. Pretty much the standard build across all factions for SMGs, unless we're talking Soviets. Satan Gewehr as well for that knife action, fast reload because I'm not entirely sure what to run otherwise on the Thompson. The 1919 for anti-tanking purposes, mostly because I have H-freeze on this guy and I don't want to actually grind the carbine. Infantry first is broken, use it as long as it's not nerfed. Moving on, the quite unique recon build. I've never seen anyone use no sights, because usually people use the sight if you're gonna go without the scope. But I have found that those 9 seconds actually hurt the field maintenance, for me at least. So I decided to drop it. Build is basically Silver Buster with the highest damage bullet, chrome molly, and so on. The trigger I use is the fine hair trigger, and yeah, the revolver is the standard one across the board. Let's move on. For the basically grenade character for cleaning mines, this is a recently changed character ever since I made my grenade guide, which you can find on my channel somewhere. So basically what I found is that the M24 flag sleeve is basically the best because of the biggest refill range. And it was the most expensive. And the RGD-33 is the most cost-effective one. Anyway, the 1990 build was actually standard. Moving on to my anti-tank character, which was hell of a pain in the ass to actually grind. Infantry first again, because broken badge, fast reload, because I want faster reload on the bazooka. Now, I don't feel like I need 2 H3s anymore, because H3s got quite the nerf. You might be also thinking, why am I using the bazooka instead of the M18 recoilless rifle? That is because I actually played around with both and saw that the bazooka actually has better penetration but worse velocity, and velocity I can actually deal with, so yeah, I think it's kind of a no-brainer, especially since you unlock it first. H3s I probably will at some point change to, like, I don't know, a pistol, or run like one set of H3s. I'm not entirely sure at this point. My first Garand character, which basically runs the Garand with the bullets and full rate of fire, because why not? And like the revolver is the standard one, except that I haven't unlocked the super piece, so yeah. I use the fast reload, don't feel like I need Deadeye, tight grips or anything like that. I don't think that tight grip actually does anything, so yeah. My streaming character, which I haven't used in forever, cause I'm lazy to stream, yeah. The only difference between the earlier setup is that I use the H3s and I actually have grinded the revolver. Fast reload is quite mandatory. My mining character, which has the TM35s, which I think are quite decent ones, since usually it's quite light in the map and these ones are hardest to see in those conditions. First of the ever decreasing command point characters I have, which I don't really play in FPS matches, and they're just for RTS purposes. My first 1919 guy, which I grinded like the earliest, I use this quite often because of fast reload, but right now I feel like tight grip or Deadeye would actually be a better choice if you plan on doing the medium range, which you should, unless you want to play Grand constantly. Another AT character, 1919 with Hoarder goal to have a bazooka character. I don't use this character much, but yeah, I have it in case. AT character, just for the command points only. Another one, and a fast heal. That is the first 8 badge. This build is actually really fun to use, even though you only have 2.2 magnification scope on the US side. And that is because you can get shot and then hide behind cover, heal really fast, re-peek, kill the sniper. It works pretty much decently well even with heavyset silver, but optimally you would want heavyset gold because some recons will actually one-shot you. Another command point guy, nothing to say here. The only Johnson guy apart from the paratrooper that I have right now. The build is the same as I used in guides. The only exception that I don't actually run the heavyset, and that's because there's no actual way to run the gun without tight grip, because everything else just doesn't work, or other guns are just better at it. So yeah, so far that's the only way you can make the Johnson viable. But of course there's sacrifices. Anyway, let's move on the Deadeye Carbine, which is literally the same build as I use on a tight grip one. Nothing much to say. My pilot. I have 2 pilots, one for APCR. I have 2 planes, both with APCR as you might have guessed. My no scope carbine, which uses the tight grip, because I'm not really hip firing, because I can just ADS everyone to death. This build is actually pretty decent because they kinda buffed it after the recoil changes. The sight only builds actually became better, especially with STG and AVSs. So that's why I actually have this. Would very much recommend it. My fuck around character Para, I kinda wanna convert it to using Garand because this build is very much not stable. And the Garand is so much better in this case. Has heavyset gold though, so that's nice. Moving on to what has become as of late quite interesting build that I have run more and more in game, which is the 1903 with Thompson. I was thinking of changing the Thompson with a revolver, but that's like far away and I need like to get heavyset silver at the very least for it to be worth it, so yeah. Work in progress. My HE pilot, which actually has the recon plane, it doesn't even actually have HE, but yeah, other planes actually have HE. My Garand bazooka guy, which has a shit ton of bazooka shots, because you need those in Armor 2.0 world. and the 1919 with tight grip, which I use quite a bit more often, but I actually still haven't made up my mind which is better, Deadeye or tight grip. At this point, I would just say get whatever you have at gold badge. It really doesn't matter much until I actually shoot the walls for like ridiculous amounts of hours and then figure out what the fuck is better. So from 2018, which was the last time I did this, I actually gained upwards of 83 command points, which increased my army quite a bit. The most of the gains actually came from War Victory Ribbon. I also made sure that I made all the command point characters more usable, although I still have like around 7 to 8 that are not done yet and are pending for whatever I feel like I'm gonna be doing with those soldiers. In any case, for US I would very much recommend just getting a shit ton of soldiers and filling up at War Victory Ribbon.